strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win. I'll take a stab, I wanna chase a bag. I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. Lonely now, I'll give up everything. Daunting though, if I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I wanna reality.
escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person. I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many ones that are so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things. Gonna make a fucking name, I just wanna be famous. But I don't want that cheap fame, no I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche.
Kane's Wrath was fun.
I like the games where it gives you the option to actually be the antagonist or the bad guy.
Oh,
So one of my other most favorite longtime games is Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. It was on the Xbox 360, and that you could play as any faction. My favorite was the Uruk Hai. Who rise from the Uruk pits.
Excuse me. Oh gosh, what was that alien race that was in Kane's Wrath? I forget what they were.
I know who you're
like
talking
playing
about, but I
them.
don't remember their name.
I liked playing them. They were fun. Like their freaking ultimate, you could like soup it up. It had like 6 legs, and you could soup it up with several different like sentry options, I guess. And you could have like a sentry turret on each leg, and then you could strap on like I think 2 or 4 on top of it as well. So you basically have like repair drones and mounted turrets on top of this thing's devastating power already. It was fun. Did I get that fish or did it fall in the water?
House looks the same, Zillet.
What do you mean? My house looks way better. It's got, well, for one, it's not completely made out of birch. Where even are you?
At my house.
I was about to say, how are you gonna say my house looks the same and you're not even over here?
I was looking at you from across the water. I did
No,
see
you're not
the
gonna be able
extra, the extra wood and cobblestone decal. Looks nice.
Something different. Better than just being all birch. That was kind of boring.
It's got some clays.
Yeah, it does. It's got some class. Also has a shit ton of storage. If you want, you should go in my house and check it out. Even Dead.
I've seen your multiple chests.
But have you seen the bottom part though?
Yeah,
Yes, the room of chests. Yeah, I've been in your house.
Oh, gee. Well, I don't remember when the last time I expanded upon it and you were in there. Once I get something unique out of the water, I have a very interesting plan. I'm going to expand further below the ground. Gonna make an area for some more interesting things to come, like an enchantment room, portal room, smithing room. Gonna look nice. Problem is, I don't know how far down to go, so it's gonna be a bit of a challenge to figure that out. We're just gonna throw our hand at it, see what happens.
Throw hands with it.
Oh, I'm already almost able to do a max level enchant. I'm level 28 and almost half. I'd like to get something interesting out of the water that would be good for enchanting, but tricky.
Another funny thing is just by looking at with Joy Toy every time they come out with more and more Warhammer figures, I'm just expecting them eventually that people are going to be able to do a full
scale.
Yeah, just do a dice check. What's it called?
Oh god.
Just a full game.
That would be fun. Although I wouldn't want to imagine how expensive all that would be. I mean, when you think about how much it
not that
costs
much
to
more
do it.
expensive than the actual,
Yeah, the actual freaking thing.
Miniatures.
Yeah.
Which is funny. The miniatures are super expensive.
Which I don't understand. I mean, they're things that, I mean, I can understand if you buy one that is completely pre-painted and it's professionally done. Like, professionally hand-painted. Nope, they are solid white or...
They're gray.
Gray. I've seen white ones, too. seen white and I've seen gray.
Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break, just don't break, don't break,
Break
it's
them
gonna
all.
break.
Because there are some that are metal, and those are white.
Oh hey, I just got a. Is that a potion or is it a bottle of wine? That's a bottle.
Ah, there goes. Dirt. I have a grass block.
There are drowns just slowly surrounding my house, and I don't
What?
like it. I'm about to start throwing hands.
What was that?
I fell into
God!
my house.
Pardon for the reaction. I coughed at the same time a drown just came up from around my dock and scared the shit out of me. He like bobbed his head up to say hi and then sunk down and scared the shit out of me.
Hello, buddy.
I don't even know where he went. He gone. Now the other drown's just staring at me like, "What you do, bro?"
I fell down the center of my house because I wanted to
Oh
change it
hey, I
up
got boots.
because I no longer want a
These boots are stronger. I'll take these boots.
need freaking dirt.
Out of the two Pokemon I've drawn so far that I would smash, but I'll be very skeptical of is Machamp and Beware.
Oh, I'm
I'd
not
smash,
gonna
but
lie.
I don't want to get, smashed.
I'd smash both your Arbok and
Ekans.
freaking Ekans characters. I'll take my chances with the queen, but the servant looks humble. Although that weapon kind of concerns me.
You got the beating stick.
I still like the way you implemented the designs, like clothing and weaponry and whatnot. Very, very cool. I still think by far one of my most favorites out of your design is that Lugia one, though. I do like the others overall, but the Lugia one to me speaks to my heart because I love technological-based imagination. Ugh.
And
Like
it
something
comes
in my
across.
throat that keeps trying to itch up every time I try to say certain words.
Thinking about it, when it comes to the design and also how the characters made, you could definitely tell, yeah, with that one, it would be very strong against the fighting types because they just punch and kick mainly. They have to
Yeah.
actually get close. Lugia got the air cannons.
Yeah, Lugia's
Hands.
got air cannons. Or air cannon hands.
Air cannon hands. Air
And
cannons.
I think it's a very unique design. I like the pants too, like the way they're designed. I like that. Nick would also like that. Oh god. You want to
Very-
throw hands, Drow?
very open.
Kiwi.
No, the open baggy aesthetic. He likes
Right.
like open baggy pants.
Yeah, as I was thinking of,
Ow, I fell
because
again.
I wanted to make something, because Lugia's
Darn it.
legs are kind of thick and round, but I also was thinking of, well, also don't want to get a lot of, drag. So I think of fashion and functionality.
And I give you 2 thumbs up because, goddamn, that is some creativity right there. Imagine seeing that designed in real lifetime. I mean, it might not actually have like functioning flight capability, but I'm
I
pretty
can
sure
see-
if someone looked at that they could probably be like, I could probably cosplay that.
Yeah, somebody could probably make that. Could it work? Maybe not.
No, you can put like fans in the fingers, so you can just kind of like blow air at people. Beware my air attack.
Can't.
Kind of brings it to a, kind of lames it up a bit personally, because I like the whole jet turbine hand thing better, but
You know what's one thing to compare it to? You know Frankie from One Piece?
yeah. Why do I keep getting boots?
Because before he would do the thing of the Kuda burst. Of that where he would shoot just pressurized air from his hands. So when I was making the idea with the hands, later on it came to me that I'm just thinking of Frankie with the freaking air cannon. Or Frankie from pre time skip. Because post time skip, he freaking shoots lasers.
Oh, come on, I totally hit that on the dot.
Actually, the next Pokemon I wanted to do is Aggron. You guys know that one?
I probably know what it looks like, I just probably don't know the name. I know what a lot of Pokemon look like, I just don't know the names of them.
Yeah, I was saying I got the image on my phone so I could have it for reference. So when I start drawing.
Still working on the design plans for my mobile suit.
Build 'em.
Once I
Fucking
figure out what kind
Taylor.
of weapons I'm gonna like go full circle with and whatnot, we can start talking about the overall design. I'll send you some pictures of hello. Oh god! No, you don't! You stay the hell away from me, you spider bastard! Ugh. Just sitting here fishing, all of a sudden, freaking spider buoy just climbs up onto my dock. Freaking gate here, just so I feel safe. I can't. He climbed right up from the water onto my dock. He was like, "I'm gonna come at you, bro."
You just
Oh my god!
So I sent
beat
into
him up with a
the
wood sword.
in the text of
Alright.
Aggron.
A buoy bobbed it. Oh yeah, I know that.
That actually is one of my favorite.
Oh, can't wait to see how you implement designs on this one.
I'll give you a little bit of insight. I was thinking, since it kind of takes a little bit of the, or it has a bit of a samurai motif, I was gonna take run with that.
Ooh.
The samurai motif with its headpiece.
I think
was
that's gonna pretty cool.
Work off that.
Alright. Can't wait to see what turns up from that. I'm gonna open this other bottle and pray to God a freaking spider buoy doesn't show up again. There's another spider in the water. It's looking at me, but it's not. Like actually not it's not paying any attention to me. It's like staring at me from a distance, but it's not bothering me.
At least it's not bothering you.
For now.
Right.
Looks like it's going away.
Funny thing is, I was contemplating, or
Nick is calling.
when I was thinking about the style, I was then thinking of the Iron Warrior guy from Sekiro. Freaking samurai that's covered head to toe in steel armor.
Ooh. Sounds pretty cool. Oh boy. That's gonna be something.
Freaking dudes near unkillable. You have to knock him off an edge, or the edge of his room.
Let's go into my house for a moment. I need to message Mr. Nick, let him know we're currently live, and that he needs to hurry and get his console.
Yeah, I want to play with him.
Seriously, he's part of our group too, but he's just been away for so long. It's like, who's this new guy? No. See, if you're true fans, you know that he was actually in a video or two of ours. What, like one or two?
Like, he was
It was
in
like in
one for a little
one.
bit.
And then he kind of like left.
Then he left.
Oh.
On Deadly, I have been contemplating on what to do with Onyx still. Still hasn't come to me yet, but the ideas will flow eventually. Kind of hard to think of for a giant
Turn
rock
this on
snake.
you. Oh god.
That's a booby lady. You see, Onyx
This
is
is-
always rock hard.
Well, Onyx is.
Rock hard. Is
You're not wrong.
He rock snake.
I'm trying to think of Pokemon I would like you to try to do, but the only ones I can really think of off the top of my head is just like, I feel like maybe they're just too easy, or maybe you're just not interested in them.
ooh.
Well, Beedrill, for starters. I think with what you do with characters, I'd like to see what you would do with Beedrill. I think that'd be interesting. And Goodra. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And Superior. I know Superior is also another snake type, and doing another snake type is kind of... I kind of already did that before. What am I going to do?
Nah, I'm gonna do every single Pokemon.
Hell yeah, brother.
Every single one. Make them all pretty ladies. Oh yeah, make them all pretty ladies.
He says after a week or two, he should have it. He's still working on it.
I'm holding
Getting-
him on it.
Well, the reason why it's taken so long, and I can understand this because he's adulting harder than any of us. The man's raising 2 children, for God's sakes. They're in the middle of trying to find a place to move and whatnot. I think they found a place. He's still sitting here. Let's see.
I want to know, does Nick have a request?
That would be interesting. I actually haven't showed him or even told him about your latest works, but next time I actually talk to him, I would just straight up call him right now, but that'd be very strange while we're recording.
Call him up. Put him on the speaker.
Put him on the speaker. Well, I don't know. Screw it. Alright. I ain't no bitch.
I ain't calling you that.
I know. Screw it. maximize the volume.
Maximum.
All right, good. Oh, Jesus Christ! Why is she calling at the same time?
Oh, Sam's calling you.
Yes, yes, she is. Because all this messenger activity has alerted the
The Metal Gear Solid red exclamation point.
Oh Lord. Well, after talking it over with the guys and whatnot, they just basically said, "Fuck it, call him up. You're live. I don't know if they can hear you in the stream. They can hear me.
Give or take.
So, give or take, they can kind of hear you. So do tempt what you say and be very careful on your language. No N-word, no S-word.
Yeah.
Eh.
Many. You bastards.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro.
Give her the girl dick twist.
Tell me what to do. I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
Finally, stop her. Mm-hmm.
Oh no. The guys has begun. The noises.
Oh God.
You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not, think a straight kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man.
What do you want from me? You already took the kids.
I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore.
The hole took the kids. They just fell down
I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor racists with your heads in the clouds.
Don't tell anybody, but I threw them down here.
there. He's
I
on
wanted
record.
to see if I wanted to see if there was fall damage. There was fall damage.
Wanted to see if there was fall damage. It's just a red flat down there.
Nah, I made sure to get rid of the evidence. I mined out the blocks and that they landed on the deep slate, and the deep slate, the blocks that got covered with it, I converted into the polished deep slate. It still didn't come out. I mean, I converted that into the deep slate walls. There's still a little red on them, so I put them on the inside of my walls. Yeah, it's the inner blocks of my walls. So, no need to worry about the police finding. You ain't a snitch, are you?
No.
Good.
Oh, that's gone.
We minks never sell out our friends. Yeah, we ain't snitches. Rise door. It's gonna be this.
I mean, I would imagine so. Goodness. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, I know, right? I agree with you like that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember very fondly that someone took a baseball bat upside the head.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hmm.
Whoa! Give me the duct tape. No witnesses. I am going to infect the Slimer, plural.
Well, that is.
They'll never take me alive.
Hmm.
You know how to do guys like me in prison? Stop. Get some help.
I wouldn't even bother with it. It's not even worth the web text that you're thinking of. It's not even worth it, bro. Screw it. Forget them. Don't even talk to them anymore. That's all you gotta do. You don't even have to assert that kind of thing.
Yeri days.
I mean, I understand.
Yada does it.
Oh my god. Why does she keep calling?
Oh, Mikata no Kura. I got it. Nadi, Bakana.
Lord have mercy. Nick, hold on. Let me call you right back. Cause him is. That's good. Right. It's not. They pretty much did. What the hell?
More polished beef slate. Or
That's not necessarily
There we
a
go.
bad thing. I mean,
or
they had the instinct to stay together.
or
Okay, serious. Let me call you back because she will not stop calling and it's getting really annoying. Hold on.
oh my god. It's Zealot. He's coming down the ramp with a steel chair. Wait, he threw the chair. Oh, it's an RKO. RKO out of nowhere. Don't disrespect the monstrosity of this man. This man takes no prisoners. He's a beast. The beast incarnate. Takes no prisoners.
Okay, well, Sam's home and she needs some help carrying some stuff. So I'll be right back.
So you're the carry.
She's also carrying things. She just doesn't think that she can carry everything, even though I could damn sure do it myself. Whatever, not gonna get into all that. I'll be right back.
Ah, I see. So you're the support.
Hmm.
I'll be mid.
Hmm.
In some MOBA terms.
Keep my head up when I act. Head up, that's a fact. Never looking back. I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong.
Aha, creeper, you can't get me while I'm all the way up here.
Tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best. Die with no regrets. Live with every breath. Message starts to spread. And I had so many dreams. Then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems. Try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to
There's two creepers in front of my house. Or in front of my wall.
Two creepers.
Yes. What I want to do eventually is line the bottom of my walls with obsidian, so the only thing that will get damaged is the wall. I wouldn't have to constantly fill in holes.
I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path. If you want it bad, I'm gonna show you where it's at. Yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done. I'll be number one. Working
It's raining.
get just what I want. Yeah, rises like the sun. Yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I fall. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah,
It's raining man. Hallelujah.
everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own
Okay, I see. I require more these staples. Get the hell out of here, creeper.
Just gonna yell at the creepers.
Ah. Leave me alone, yo, I took the kids. This might not be enough, but we'll see.
Enderman freaking out again.
Point. Ah!
I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
Blah. Hmm.
Huh.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
Get off my screen. There you go.
What happened?
Fucking. Having troubles with the fucking inventory thing keeps opening.
Ah.
Can I put kelp in here? You can smoke kelp.
Why do you think SpongeBob's always so happy?
Whacked out of his fucking gourd.
I'm so gone. No, I'm never turning back. I won't stop. I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad. Cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong. You will never see me crack.
You make red nether bricks, but you need friggin' nether warts.
Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack.
My dude.
Excuse me.
With them trousers. Been soiled.
No, I think they're still good.
Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have words.
Did I hear that right? I thought I heard a pillager. Oh, yeah.
Kill it.
Yep. That's what I'm gonna do.
When you're working this hard,
Freaking you dick. Killed him. Got his banner.
Ooh, now eat him.
Alrighty. Back. That's all done.
Welcome back.
Have to keep an eye on laundry. Now to call Nick back. Get him reestablished. And back to the drinks.
The Illager did not stand a chance.
He has not answered. I will give him a moment. He will call back. My volume on so I can actually hear it. I'm just gonna put the music back on. Alright, let's see. Yeah. What was I about to do? Yes. But I load my furnace up with this wood as fuel. I don't have a whole lot of coal.
I need iron.
I don't got that.
Got some.
I'm just gonna go mine some.
Okay.
Well, speaking of mining, it's time for me to go underground and start my expedition.
Expo.
I'm gonna start expanding this house of mine. This is gonna be kind of tricky. I also have like ladders on standby so that way I can build my way down. Let's see, where's my supplies? Plenty of supplies.
Moss. Okay, is that a slime? Punch.
Punch this line.
Do I have any dark oak? Oh, I do have a dark oak sapling. Hell yeah.
You need
Start
any
growing my
more?
own
Got dark oak
oaks.
trees right next to, like right next to my house, my base.
Hell yeah, true. You have also taken upon growing your own. I see someone's
am I
face
supposed
in
to
the
do?
horizon of the trees, and I'm not sure whose it is.
Hmm.
I think it's Mini-Me's.
Oh yeah, it
It's
is
definitely
mini-me's.
behind me, so I think Mini-Me is like across
I
the way.
tore mine down, so
Oh, maybe that is yours. I don't know. Haven't seen anyone.
La
a good minute.
peas.
Grab the ladder, you fuck.
You
Or don't grab the ladder.
fuck.
Pretty much.
Daga Kotoraru.
What the fuck?
Hmm.
But
I'm not even gonna explain how stupid that was. It would be a waste of breath.
bring more Illagers. I want more banners.
Oh god. If you insist. Just a freaking army of them show up over the horizon. Well, Mini-Me, got your wish. Hope you
Yeah,
got
they
enough
won't-
weapons for.
Yeah, I do have weapons. And also, I got my wall.
These guys
Wall.
Wall.
Moon.
Moon. Why does this one block remind me of Jigsaw? Called Target. It's a Target
Stream
block.
can't see shit. Cause I don't have torches. Did someone say good?
Wasn't me.
Instead, just ramp up that gamma all the way up.
Oh yeah, just ramp it all the way.
Just
This is a funny
singe the
thing.
stream's eyeballs.
Yeah, right when you
Get
go
the-
back outside.
Give them cornea cancer.
Oh God.
Now I'm
Make
just
all
thinking of that
mistakes.
one guy who had PC set up for realistic flashbangs.
Oh God.
Oh god.
That when he got
Hi, Satan. I just want to say I'm a huge fan.
yeah, a flashbang got thrown at him. I think he was playing Call of Duty, and then you just see just the screen, just pure white. And he
Ching.
was in a dark room.
That is pure hilarity.
It's
right
not
there.
dark
There's
anymore.
nothing-
Yeah,
there's
freaking
nothing
lit up.
could be better than that.
Oh, is that the video of the guy who got flashbanged his entire fucking room and him lit up like a fucking just pure white?
Yep, that's the one.
Jesus Christ.
I watched a version of that where someone did the fucking Team Fortress thing. The scout. Something chuckle fucks and then it just screen lit up white.
Oh God.
Every time now, it always makes me laugh or makes me giggle a little bit of having a bunch of miners be stuck underground, but you dig them out, and before they can get outside, you go flashbang out.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh, there he is. Welcome back to the live stream. I mean, the recording. I like to call it
live stream. It's an actual live stream. Haha!
Oh, we are doing a live stream. Haha! Right then. Welcome back to the live stream then.
Give me all the iron.
My name is Hector Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
That copper?
Sure.
That is copper. Give me the copper. Hug it. Give me it all.
Do it.
Oh, there was iron! I guess that was a quick way to
What
mine
the
it.
fu- Oh, that's you reaching into a bag of I was about to say, what sort of Minecraft hell mod is that? Why does it sound so close? Ugh. It almost sounded like a slime, like on steroids. Ugh. That's alright, bro.
Getting experience the best
What the
way I know how. Melt
How
as
you
many
gonna-
ores as humanly possible.
IHOP, why you do this?
What you do is that you take the sound I make with my and then just ramp it up 10 times and just
Yeah, IHOP's
Destroy
not
people's
nowhere
ears.
near as good as it used
I mean,
to
do you
be.
want me to?
oh
Did you say no?
yeah.
Oh, I know, it's crap.
I suggest
What the hell?
things.
Oh, Denny's is
I don't
even
actually go
better.
through with it.
They don't even clean their freaking tables half the damn time. At least when I go there.
You don't want me to do it because you'll be on the receiving end of it.
No. Joke's
Literally,
on you.
like, got served at a table one time, and they hadn't even cleaned it up yet. And I pointed out, I was like, this table's not even bust yet. And the lady literally just went like, just knocked it all on the floor. And was like, clean now. What can I get for you? I'm like,
You
well,
know-
right there.
You know what I'm just thinking now? I'm just thinking of the... I don't know why,
Just-
I just made me think of the THX.
I looked
Thing
at
of
her,
that-
and I was just like,
I too make a loud, jarring
noise
noise when
I just watched
complimented.
you do that?
I
Where is
like your
manners?
shirt. Mwah.
You've heard of Karen. Now get ready. For I was trying to think of like an actual funny opposite
Carter.
male. Carter. You've heard of Karen. Now get ready for Carter.
I think it's called Kevin.
Kevin? Oh, that's even better. You've heard of Karen. Now get ready for Kevin. I'm about to rip this establishment a new one and walk away with a big ass smile on my face.
I do that when I leave the bathroom.
Oh god, no. That's terrible.
Good for you.
Music, why you stop?
Oh yeah. All this birch wood, I use it for good. I use it for making into tools.
Well, I mean, you got priorities ahead of other things, so.
There we go.
Well, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Give me the copper.
What are you gonna do with the copper?
Gonna eat it.
He's gonna chuck it at the neighbor.
Eat it.
I got Zone off guard. He immediately cut himself off. Cause what are you gonna do with that copper? I'm gonna eat it. He's just over here. He's like saying something about like chucking it at the neighbor. Meanwhile, I'm just like, I'm gonna eat it.
Why you gotta eat it?
Gotta get conductive. So you make loud, jarring noises when complimented.
Oh god.
I go from loud, jarring
my
noise to
personal
Tesla
TV
coil.
is a small carryable monitor. Our actual TV, I think it's like.
I have a
I think ours is
27-inch
also a
curved, 27-inch
Maybe.
curved
I'm not
1080p
actually sure.
monitor and a 35-inch curved ultra wide.
Then
I-
he's got a 35-inch curved ultra wide.
That's what I call my dong.
Nick's like, I don't know about ultra wide. Mine's just a Roku.
That's just a Roku.
Nick, I'm gonna go ahead and say what you just said. It branches into two different categories, my friend. You said size and brand and mixed them together. The brand could have the same size.
Brand.
Oh, brand war. You got a Roku? I got a Samsung. Fuck you, Roku.
That's an Asus.
Roku's are.
It hates
I mean,
poor
not really-
people.
I've never had a Roku, but anything that's not Samsung, not built to last.
Just gonna ignore what I said.
Sorry, what did you say?
I was like, I have an Asus. It hates poor people.
Oh yeah, I remember that. How could I forget that time? Those fun times. No, we just want it. Jesus. Well, no one's gonna turn that down.
Ah!
Why are there so
Back
many
off, spider.
spiders around my house?
Back off, spider. I know Kung Fu. I also have a sword. I have enough iron. Yeah, I got enough iron. Going to the surface.
Isn't it basically like a secondary house down there? Let's see, that is something I could definitely see even Sam leaning on, but talking about all that, we're not talking live.
Ow. Give me the copper. Give me it. It's mine.
The flooding issue. Interesting.
My eyes. Gobble deep slate. Fix some, make me some stirs.
Let's see.
These stairs are confusing as fuck.
Well, that's good. I've had experience with stone basements before. I mean, personally, arrangement-wise, I'm not too picky on it. This is more of a, I'm gonna like it. Which, I mean, I can't.
Look here, piggy, if you touch those carrots, I will eat you.
I will eat you.
You know, I might eat you anyway. Screw you, bastard.
Yay, our violent savior saved us. I will eat you.
Let's put that on. Put it in there. Put that in there.
Everybody's favorite character, M. Bison,
Well, that's cheap.
who then became Balrog. And then
Oh,
Vega turned
boy.
into M. Bison, and then Balrog
It happened.
turned to Vega.
It happened, Mini-Me.
What happened?
God tier diamond pickaxe. Unbreaking 3, fortune 2, efficiency 3.
How the hell?
Oh. Oh yeah, that is good.
Yeah, it is.
If I find any
Yeah.
diamonds, I'll tell you about it so you could
He's
Find
gonna be like,
out.
yeah, I need you to come over here.
get over here.
No idea if I've dug down low enough, but gonna go ahead and wing it.
You find any ores, tell me. I will snarf them.
My fucking pickaxe just
Right here,
I'm
Snarf.
stuck down here.
I think of that. A Snarf from Thundercats.
He's gonna grab it. He's gonna snort it like.
When I
crazy.
think of a snarf, all I can think about is that one dude. He's like, oh, you made me
It's
snarf.
gone.
One dude making fun of people.
made me ink.
Deal with it.
You know what I just
I think
realized?
the
Now that I
proposal
have
is
like a
very
god tier
interesting.
diamond
Bring it
pickaxe, I
back
gotta
to
make like an
project.
iron one. That I can just use.
Yeah, well, I think the proposal is very interesting.
I shall
Proposal
enchant it
moment of my
too.
Sam and see what she thinks.
Yeah. Never mind, don't have any fucking.
Well, you probably
Apis.
shouldn't talk about this kind of stuff over, a live stream.
Do it.
No.
I don't know. It sounds pretty convincing.
I mean, I've never had an argument when it comes to.
He said, "Do it."
Do it. I mean, that is pretty convincing in its own right. Oh,
That one was violent.
that one was defiance.
It said violent.
I know. I said defiance.
Do it.
Do it. Give in to your hatred. Hear my raspy
Ouch.
voice.
Relax, Cell.
I will enchant the trident.
It's like a whole new world of people.
Loyalty 1, give me that.
Fuck your lord.
Aha! Hiya! To the moon! It's gonna come back, right?
I
Ender's
think
up
Nick
there.
just-
Hey, there it is.
He disappeared. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
He disappeared.
Didn't need him.
Well, I'll stand
Besides,
by
he
and
ne-
wait for him. He probably went to go take
He
care
never-
of something.
Osteoporosis.
You can ask him the thing of that what I asked before.
Okay. When he gets back, I will mention the drawings and send him some samples.
Raw.
Raw. Oh, there he is.
Found redstone.
Alrighty, bro. We'll talk to you whenever we can. Alrighty.
He's running.
Sounds like he needs to take care of something. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom.
Are you replying here? Are you replying to a Reddit post?
Let me just... You'd be surprised how much OBS can't hear that. At all.
I think I found bedrock. I think
Quite
I'm
magical.
I think I'm at bedrock now. Kind of hard to tell because you know I didn't know what bedrock looked like.
Need a fucking sort button on this, on these chests. I wish they would just implement that mod as a like a feature. You just click a button, it sorts the chest.
Good news. I made it to the bottom.
You can't make nether bricks or nether warts. It's
Okay,
bullshit.
I'm back. Excuse me. Alright,
Make
now
another
that
wooden
charcoal,
block.
I can make some torches. 28 torches. Well, I think I only need like 12. 12. I don't know what keeps itching me in the back of my throat, but I'm about to stick my hand down in there and pull it out.
Wow. There's a flint and steel in this chest. This chest is full of mostly wood. I'm terrified.
chest are you at?
Mine? One of the ones that's just like full of materials.
Why are you terrified of your contents?
Because it's full of fucking wood and there's a flint and steel inside of it.
Oh yeah, I can see where that would be.
Bit worrisome. What happened? It lit itself on fire. It's been going for a good 20 minutes now.
Oh man. Get water. Well, hopefully I dug down deep enough to actually make this room thing that I want to do work. Because I want to make this entire room designated. Well, one of these rooms is going to be designated for 3 of the main most important things. That's enchanting, smithing, and alchemy, eventually. I mean, I don't do alchemy, but I mean, I guess if anyone wanted to come by my house and do alchemy, would be there.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I mean, the
Can't do
metal-
alchemy without
Metal
blaze rods.
Alchemist.
freaking nether, get blazer rods. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, duty.
The chickens.
Oh, I-
Make more chickens.
I don't like that.
Eat that cow.
Anyone else does, 'cause that just does not sound fun. Going to the freaking nether sucks.
Yeah, last time I was in the nether, it was really annoying because the gas kept respawning over and over again.
Every time I go to the nether, I damn near almost get exploded instantly. I don't like going there. Every time. The portal has something against me.
I hate the just the ridiculous amount of gas. It's just
I know, they're just crazy.
I
Well, it shouldn't happen in this one because it's in
finally.
a bit of a like a an area that's like kind of up in like a cave-ish
I mean,
kind of area.
There was one time where I got a really lucky spawn, and I spawned in the fortress, and it was like smack dab in the center of it. It was a pretty big fortress.
Smack that.
That was like the only lucky spawn I've ever had in the freaking nether. I don't even know how big to make this room. I need to remember how much space it takes to make like a full functional enchanting table. If I remember correctly, it's basically like a block out of the wall.
A block away from an enchanting table.
Yeah, like you gotta have.
You have one
the
block in between the
surrounding-
enchanting table and one and the bookcases.
Okay. So yeah, I need to. Yeah, I think I have this down pat. I don't know what the hell I'm mining right now, but it's not dirt.
Number, you die.
Oh, pickaxe broke. Switching over.
Water.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, that hurt a little. Let's make that noise.
Yeah, the only thing I don't really like about the screw together stands is like over time as you move them around, the screw gets moved loose, and you have to like retighten it again.
Oh, you think that's bad? That's exactly what happened to my microphone until it just stripped the shit out of the screw and the plastic.
Oh, that's terrible. Personally, in my experience, I wouldn't want to figure that I paid like, we'll say, $120
Paid $100 for the
on.
microphone.
The microphone's probably way more expensive. It's definitely way more expensive.
My
But
microphone cost
me-
$100. and it is currently
Oh.
sitting in a basket because I cannot use it.
Is it sad to say that I have figures on my shelf that are worth probably double to 4 times as much as your microphone?
Oh, just you wait. I start making money. I'm buying a $500 microphone.
I mean, I got some pretty high-end collectible figures that are for adult collectors. I kind of branched outside of the realm of
Yeah,
normal
my
figures.
first thing is to get a bed frame and a new mattress, and after that, it's pretty much I'm going to get a new desk, and then
Cool.
I'm going to build a new computer,
Oh man.
a higher tier monster.
Oh man.
Go beyond. Plus Ultra.
Does the bookshelf have to? How many blocks high does it have to be? Is it like 3?
Ooh.
Okay. Want to make sure I have the right ceiling height beforehand, because I'm already making the room, and I don't have to fucking drop the whole floor just to make extra space
Do it.
for height.
Do
I
it.
mean, I can.
Drop the
it's not
floor.
that-
Do it.
I'm not even done building the room. Not even sure if it's symmetrical. Yeah, it is. It's 7. Weirdly enough, I think it's 7 by 7. Yeah, because there's 6 in between each, or there's 3 in between each centerpiece, and I laid a block in between. It's like 3 block 3. Yeah. Is that for the back wall too? That one's 4. I need to stretch it. No.
Copper.
Definitely needs to be a bigger room. For everything I want to put in it. But I want to make sure that I keep it like evened out. So I always have this freaking curse where I start building something, and then literally in the most critical point where there's almost no turning back, I find that I have made the most critical of errors along the way.
Yeah, baby.
Use a glowing squid.
For
Glowing squids.
Yeah, kill the glowing squid. You mean,
Extract their glowing liquid. Make glow sticks.
I also
Yeah,
produce
make-
glowing liquid. It's a serious medical condition.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
Oh,
that's.
dear.
I think that's an issue.
Ah.
See, what you do is you talk to the glow stick company and you're like, I can produce glowing viscous fluid that can
Hey,
last
my guy.
longer.
Watch this. Just start doing like a
God.
specific motion that I'm not allowed to describe, and then suddenly just onto the
gonna
desk.
we're not gonna describe that motion.
Nah, here. That's what you do. Big break, and then glow.
Just cracks it like a glow stick.
Yep.
Oh
Sorry.
god!
The guy's just horrified. He's just like, ah! And it just starts
you think
glowing. He's
that's
like, what the
horrifying?
The
fuck?
hell was that? Oh,
Just wait till phase 2.
yeah.
Just give it a
Oh.
second. Give it a second.
I got 2 freaking nightmares trying to kill me.
Oh god. Jump in the bed.
Try to kill them.
Yeah.
Those are
Thank you.
nightmares. I ain't fucking with those. What do you
Oh,
mean I'm in a
Mickey's-
son of a...
What?
There is a drown literally outside my window. Hold on, he's going away. No! He came back! The one problem with my freaking house setup.
I'm asleep.
Wow.
You can't hurt me.
Finally!
I'm in my safe space.
Came out
Leave
of
me
a
alone,
hole.
I'm in my safe space. I'm in my no touchy zone.
You can't touch me in my no-no square.
Hold on now, I don't know if we can say that.
No-no square?
Well, yeah,
not
it was
bad.
Someone else's bit.
You can't touch me in my penis.
Hold on, I need to switch batteries.
You can't touch my bunghole.
Ah, yes, because a campfire is exactly what I want inside of my house.
He came back, I just got louder.
Nah. What do you mean? I've been here for like.
No, you came back after switching your batteries while I was singing and I just got louder.
That was singing?
It was supposed to be humming. I was doing the part of the song. You came back, I just got louder.
Personally, it's one of my top favorites of Nefat. Although, I was singing it at work one time, and it was in the early verse part where it's like, if the shit tastes sour, you should taste my person look behind me and look at me like, or look behind them and look at me like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I just kept going. I just kept
just me in the
going with
background, just do
song.
it.
I didn't bat an eye to it. I wanted to break down, explain to that person, hold on, you have to understand the slang term. He's not
I would have just
referring to
shot him a
actual
fucking
shit.
grin.
Just look at him with a grin. We could have went
just
that way
like-
too, but that would have been awkward. Like, hold on now. What's going on here?
You're my
no
newest friend.
shoot him a grin, wink at him.
Oh god, those are worse. Shoots grin, winks at him. No. That's just
No.
outside of my character at work.
No, no, no.
No. You fucking
Just
dare.
does that, and you just hear in the background, just you going to jail.
You're going to You'll never take me alive, coppers.
Joke's on
Joke's
you. I've
on
got
you,
I have
know
a
how to beat
9 million
headphones.
volt taser.
Oh,
It attaches
Why?
to him, just immediately fries him.
smell something crispy? Something burning over here?
Just a fucking police officer tases the dude, and I'm just like, hey, let me try. Tases them, they burst in flames.
Why you gotta be all mean?
Why you gotta be so rude?
Why you gotta be so rude?
Just a pocket flamethrower.
Jesus. Well,
Wait,
I
ain't-
mean, if you have a
ain't
can
that
of,
Ain't that
if you have a
illegal?
can of, like, air freshener,
You'd be surprised that it's
or
not.
hairspray and a lighter, then yeah, you do have a pocket flamethrower.
Nah, see what you do is you take a couple bottles of hairspray, tape them together, knock the caps off, and stick an M80 on it.
Oh,
Maybe I shouldn't describe that while we're streaming.
you probably shouldn't describe that kind of stuff. That's a bit dangerous.
People need to be able to
Going to
defend themselves.
jail.
You're going to jail. Now hold on, before we get defensive, let's talk about what I can do with a tennis ball. That's defensive.
A tennis ball.
Don't you doubt the power of the tennis ball.
Why a tennis ball?
Because if I were to explain what you can do with a tennis ball, well, probably
Going
wouldn't
to
have
jail.
call me.
The scene from fucking
Going to
American.
jail.
Have you seen the scene from American Dad where Roger's like, these shoes are made of nothing but rubber, trust me, you can't make a weapon out of them. Francine just shoves it down his throat.
No, I have not, but that sounds hilarious.
I've
Why
seen
does
that.
this,
Great.
this room looks insymmetrical, but it is symmetrical and it's buggy.
Uzi?
Oh, I see why it doesn't look right.
Ah,
It actually wasn't
scusi.
right.
That's not a fucking word.
Oh. Here, I think you need to look in the dictionary.
Oh, I found diamond.
Whatever you know.
That was unintentional.
Peter, what are you doing?
Now if you'll excuse
speaking
me,
of
I'm
Italian.
going to eat them.
Why are you gonna eat them? Because I'm hungry.
Because I got 3 out of 2 blocks. Excuse me. I'm going to try to eat this diamond.
Wait, what? Why?
No one heard me before. I was like, ooh, I found diamonds. I'm gonna eat them.
I wish I would have. Oh, look, diamonds.
Oh, I found diamonds. Excuse me, I'm gonna eat them.
Oh, I'm gonna
All
shit
right,
blood
now the
later,
next-
but it was good.
All right, now the next part, and now for my next, now for my next trick, I'm going to disappear into that bathroom.
I don't know why. For some reason, I was thinking for a second that I'm gonna make her disappear.
And now for my next trick, I'm gonna make these diamonds disappear. And now if you'll
Where'd they
excuse me,
go?
I'm gonna go
He just
disappear into the
flunked them.
bathroom now.
They're gone. Slurped them
Disappear in
like
the
soup.
bathroom with the funnel.
Oh, oh no.
This shit's
Oh,
funnel.
dear.
Just in the
I
bathroom
was
trying to
not
pass,
that.
trying to pass diamonds into the toilet.
Oh, oh man. Oh, that's awful.
Hang on.
Oh,
Just
man.
in the bathroom trying to pass diamonds. It's just all you hear is just
Is he okay in there? No, he's fine. It's all part of the act.
yeah, it's all part of the act.
Nah, there's that one guy that's going.
I'd do that, but I'm pretty sure it might destroy the stream.
You
I'm also pretty
might.
sure I'll get copyright strike.
Probably shouldn't do that.
It just lasts for 1 second. Bam.
But
I hear
what a
Goku's
fan.
voice for less than a
Doesn't
second.
matter,
Man!
Simp.
Man, that
Simp. You are banned from
Hey.
the internet.
You
Horny
can't get
other
banned for that
horny.
word. Can't get banned for simp anymore.
Oh man, that was the video that I watched and saw that was hilarious. I'd punch the shit out of that Sun Moon bastard though if they came up on me and started calling me a simp. I ain't no simp for nothing.
Reminded me of a meme.
I'm about to bust your head. Oh. Hold on. How deep does
Boy.
this need to be again? So
Kill it
staying in the
on.
middle.
Baby zombie!
Yeah, this will work. Cool. When you
Wait
guys
a
get books,
second.
bring them to me if you want. You don't have to. And I have a perfect spot catered out for a bookshelf set up for the
That's
enchanting
nice.
thing.
I already have an enchanting table.
I
And
don't keep track
bookshelf
of
set
what
up
you're
near
doing.
me.
Apparently, right now I'm more focused on making my base nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of like trying to like a lot of the stuff I have built right now is still like all birch. I'm still waiting for the dark oak to come in more.
There's a dark oak forest behind your house.
I might go pillage that forest here in a minute then.
Where did you come from, creeper?
It's not where he came from, it's where he's going.
It was
Where'd
an
you come from,
Enderman.
Cotton
I
Eye Joe?
don't know where he went.
It's kind of weird to put torches in front of books. You know what else
On
think that'd be
stream,
weird
this
to
is like
do?
1,000 times work.
I'm gonna
That
have
does sound
so
weird.
many books. Yeah, technically I could just make paper and whatnot and make the things with the other things. but-
There's also a sugarcane farm. I have a sugarcane
Yeah, that's
farm.
what I was just referring to. I was like, I could just go and make all the books and whatnot. I just need to
Alright, Mr.
mass
Enderman.
slaughter
We're gonna play the
cows.
game of fuck you! Oh, he's pissed. He's got a cobblestone. He's got gravel.
I have a
sand.
very important question for you.
Huh?
Big
Are you
spoon
a
or
double
little
blowing
spoon?
bubble baby? You heard me. I said double blowing bubble baby.
Double blowing? Haven't done that since 1945.
Well, that
Mix it up.
What happened here? What happened?
I found a spider spawner.
Oh, I see what happened.
I also found the,
Like a look.
the music 2 music DVDs
That's nice.
and several bones that I'm very happy about. I found a
And,
saddle, but I don't really need a saddle
and-
because
To an
I could just
R. at
get
the
one
end of
from
that.
Zelt.
Yeah, I have plenty of saddles. Go ahead and freaking take one. I don't care.
Golden apple.
That one is a freebie. His saddle is a freebie.
I want
Otherwise, I'll have to start tucking
I want-
everything else down into the lower depths of my
music
home.
disc. Lena Rain, Other Side.
You found a music disc?
Yeah, it's a new one.
Holy crap. I didn't know they put new music discs out.
Neither did I, but then again, I wasn't really paying attention to this game for like a good year and a half.
Eh.
Oh, I see what. Well, we got bookshelf number 1, we got bookshelf number. Okay, so yeah. Well, no, that still doesn't.
You don't suck.
Oh, come on, am I?
I just... Is this amethyst? Amethyst in you? No?
Hmm.
What are you?
That's a bit weird, but okay, I think I might understand where that went wrong. Still doesn't look very right. Okay, I think I might know another way to fix this.
I got a sneeze building up that could rival God.
Gosh. I need to sink the thing in deeper.
If I do sneeze, the first thing I'm gonna do is clip it so I can turn it into a meme. Just add next to
Oh,
Matt.
God.
Just an atomic bomb going off in the background.
Nice.
Okay, there we go. Now I have my bookshelf set up all nice and set.
Nice bar.
That's
That was confusing.
Oh. I'm not allowed to say that because a very misogynistic joke just shot into my brain right when I said that.
I know what else
No, that would not be good.
but I might say it anyway just because I have my own freedom of speech.
You, and I will stab you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I'll go all the way to wherever the fuck you's at.
You don't even know what I'm gonna say though. How do you know it's bad?
If it has misogyny in it, it's bad.
I was just.
You're
maybe I
banned from the
shouldn't.
internet.
Rude. You know what, screw it. I actually like this design better, and if I have to open it up to add more books, I will. I don't remember how many books you have to do to max enchant. It's been a long
Till it gets like 30.
Well, I know the max enchant is 30, but I don't know how many bookshelves you need in order to achieve the max enchant. I forget what it is.
3 on the bottom, on 3 sides of the enchantment table.
Well, then this
And
should work.
one on top of the middle one on each of the 3 should be able to make it to I think you should have
Well,
the
I have a
max.
setup all built. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making bookshelves, and I'll make it. And if it doesn't work, I'll make more bookshelves. Easy enough. 'Cause I don't know what else I'm gonna do with this room just yet. I got that part set up, and come to think of it, I don't even know what it takes to actually make the main part of this contraption, which is of course the enchanting table. Where the shit? Oh, let's
That
see.
hurt a lot because I sucked in so much air into my mouth.
All right, enchanting table. Oh, I need 2 diamonds and 4 obsidian. And a book.
Well, and a
Well.
book.
And a book. Well, I can make plenty of books. Plenty of sugar cane can go around.
Redstone. Gimme.
Oh, where's the paper? Here's paper. 3 sugar cane.
Oh, I have
There's 3
paper on me. What the
Okay.
fuck?
How much?
30.
That's enough for a book.
I have 2 books on me too.
Give me the whole lot. Coming. I'm swimming my way now. I'm swimming faster than Merman.
I'm not even
I'm also
there.
doing, like-
I'm underground.
Son of a Alanchi. All right. Well, I'm disturbing. Wait, this is bamboo. I'm disturbing your
Don't
sugar
need the
cane.
dried kelp. I can get more.
I will grow
How-
more.
How do I get out of here?
Good question.
It won't. The
I have to
freedom.
replant every sugar cane I break. Unless that's yours. What the? What to say? Shouldn't be doing that. It's a good thing you have a whole shit ton of cows over here too, because I'm gonna have to
Ooh,
slaughter.
diamond.
So
Gimme. Gimme.
I heard no objections.
Hmm.
So it's a good thing you have a lot of cows here. So I'm about to slaughter some for some leather.
Good. Good. That's why they're there.
Perfect.
Excellent.
I don't feel guilty doing
Meg?
it.
Leave at least like 4.
Right. I'm gonna leave some so that way you can make more. Right now they're not even dropping leather. They're just dropping meat. Hell. Drop leather, you bastards.
God.
There we go. I think we're down to 4. Wait, 1, 2, Bless
Bless you.
you. Are you okay? Alright, you got 4
Throat.
cows left. A murder. Dear God. I don't think he's alright.
Nope.
Eh.
I sneezed so hard I'm crying.
I know that feeling. It's not a fun feeling.
I made it back
Yeah.
to the surface.
It's usually a feeling of regret. I can't make it back to the surface. And I
It's a
just got
feeling
my
of a
mouth.
sore
Son
throat.
of a bitch.
Yep.
Alright, I gotta make paper. What I gotta make? Books.
Well, I made it to the
Bye.
surface. Is that what you want, books?
Yes. Come to my
Okay.
house.
Wait a minute, I got a wicked amount of iron now.
Go ahead and deposit that first.
Don't know why, but when you said wicked, I
Were you just thinking a wicked boner? Because you wouldn't be the only one. Oh no.
Man, I got a wicked stiffy.
I don't know why, but going in the ground really makes me hard. Oh god.
It's going into the ground gives me a wicked stiffy.
Damn it. Might need more sugar cane.
I gotta take like all of my expensive materials and shit
I
and
can
put
only
them in
make one
this
book.
new chest.
Shells. Son of a patriotic. I can't say that last part.
Patriotic monkey
Fine.
business.
No, I was gonna say something of a patriotic H word, but I can't say that.
I think I know what word you mean. I'm pretty sure it doesn't start with an H. Or with a W.
Oh yeah, it does start with a W. Excuse my illiteracy.
damn you, non-fungible transaction. You know what's
I like
funny
how I
is
can
that I got a
order-
message in DeviantArt of invite to a group to make NFTs. Yeah, no.
Mm-mm. No.
I'm
Enemy's like, oh hell no.
Oh hell no.
I'm not becoming part of the problem.
No. No, you are the solution, not the problem.
All my stuff's free.
I have a grass block. It's going in the chest that is full of my valuables.
Man, I'm gonna need
I'm
a
just
lot more. Hi, Deadly.
You see this
my
guy?
my
Yeah, I
brain
see
is
him.
just
Mark,
full of nonsense.
welcome to my house. Thank you. Thank you. We'll have to go back to your house here in a minute anyway and grab more sugar cane. Alright, start growing my own sugar cane too. I'm gonna need a shit ton of books.
I want to make an automatic sugarcane farm,
Oh man,
but I don't remember how to do that.
My brother made one time for me. It was pretty simple, I think. I remember how to do it. I just need redstone first.
I have
plenty
plenty.
of that.
Two
I
people.
think I remember how to do it. It's a pretty simple setup where it's kind of set up like stairs, and you just pull a lever and the water just brings
Yeah,
it
it
all
just-
down into, what is it, hoppers or droppers? I forget what they're. Or maybe it's mixed with both.
Hoppers.
Yeah.
Or water that leads to a hopper.
Yeah. It's like a pretty simple.
I had one that used
Kinda
pistons. It
remember
just
it. I'm just not good
shoves
at
it.
redstone. I could suck at redstone. It's like the one thing in Minecraft I suck at doing. Well, that and enchanting. I suck at enchanting.
and not a whole lot to enchanting.
I just
You
can't
picked the
remember
highest
all
one
the
and hope.
different like recipes and whatnot.
Recipes.
In my
yeah.
silver soul.
I mean, whatever you want to call them.
And you mean all the different enchantments, all the what each thing says?
No, I mean like how you the ingredients. What is this? Empty map. Oh, what
Ingredients.
empty map?
Ingredients.
You need like
I don't-
lapis.
I don't know how that stuff works. I never really threw my hand at it to understand it, but it always seemed a bit overcomplicated sounding. Maybe it's more simple than I thought.
All it is, you just put the materials in, put the thing you want to enchant, and then you pick what level you want, and then hope for the best.
Oh, okay, I see what I need. I need leather. So why can't I make these books? I need more leather. Luckily now I just made 9 books. Still got 21 paper left, so plenty of paper. How many bookshelves is that? 3? Oh, Lord.
Chicken, you come near me while I have seeds, I will murder you.
He's gonna murk you. Turn you into
Eat you.
fried chicken.
These are not
Alright, well,
for
I'm gonna have
you!
my first wall.
They are for my pet chickens that are in with my cows.
Wait, don't I have bookshelves up? Oh no, that's the other house I'm thinking of. I'd say I have bookshelves in my upper part of my house, but that's actually the other house I'm thinking of.
The other world.
Yes. But say I could salvage those bookshelves, but I don't
Wrong
have those
world.
bookshelves anymore.
All of the eggs!
Alright,
Sugar.
can slaughter more cows. Get more leather.
Only got 4.
Well, that's alright. I'll branch to the wild. Murk some cows out there. I already see one.
I'm already making them repopulate.
Good. 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 Huh. Aw, a pig and a baby pig. I'm gonna murder your parrot right in front of you so you can hate me later.
I'm gonna turn you into Batman.
Oh, that's okay. I'll be back for you later. Once you grow up, I'll be right back for you. I'm gonna make bacon out of your parrots. I'm gonna make pork chops out of you. Found a
Hey,
bee.
we-
I want to mess with a bee. Bees ain't nice.
Me?
Also, it's getting
Go for
dark, so I can't
beehive?
really venture out. It's
You
freaking
know, if you break a beehive or
Well, it's not a
then the
beehive.
bees get
This
pissed.
is the bee. I don't see the hive, but it's probably around. Okay, that dark oak sapling never grew, and I'm kind of wondering why. I wonder if it's because it's too close to these birds.
Unlike you.
How big do they get? Or do they branch out far?
What?
Dark oak tree? Don't they just go straight up like a normal tree? I planted this
Almost.
thing like a good minute
I made
ago.
4
It's yet to
cakes.
sprout.
Maybe 5 cakes once one of these chickens shits an egg.
Yay. I find kind of funny how I order the robot spirits figures and whatnot. Those usually take about a month to get here or so. I ordered a display stand that, kind of show them in the air how they properly should be disposed.
The ticket mini-me's in a hole.
No,
Maybe.
I'm on my house, on my wall.
Oh. Well, I'm not trying to say disposed. Hose. And
I'm going in my
I get
house.
those in like literally a day. I find that funny. Like stands, get express overnight shipping. The figure, and wait about a month. You get it then. What now?
But I don't want it now.
I gotta go to the bathroom again. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Give me an egg, chickens. I heard an egg.
Hide the kids. He's coming.
You seen the video? The person's like, "Yeah, I need an egg," and the chicken just lays an egg in the wheelbarrow.
Hey.
I saw you in my house, Deadly.
We'll try to find out what I did.
Well, I think you probably took something out of my chest.
Nope.
And it looks like you did.
Nope.
No? What the hell did you do?
I put something down.
Oh god, you put another cake! How did you put a cake on my crafting table?
Crouched.
This man just keeps giving me cake.
I have 3 more. I put 1 in Mini-Me's house.
Jesus, just randomly give. I mean, it's gonna come in handy if I ever need emergency food. Yeah, cakes. Takes
I have plenty of food.
I have plenty of cake.
God. Plenty of cake, he's gonna use it.
Mini-Me has a llama.
Yep. I murdered the trader for it.
Ah, who needs that? He's useless.
He's useless.
Yeah, he had nothing. Unfortunately, I was trying to get the other llama, but he got in my way.
There's like an entire minute of me and Zealot sitting there watching 2 llamas like
That was there.
viciously make out in the fucking in the river.
I remember that. That was funny. Alright, I'm gonna make me some more charcoal. Why is this not working?
Hmm,
Did I break it? I think I broke it.
what do you do?
Hold on. This is where if you put wood and fuel and wood in the actual thing, it makes
Wood on top.
it's wood on top of wood. Or can you not do planks?
Are you trying to turn planks into charcoal?
Yes. Does that not
Cannot
work?
do that.
No. Well, that's why that does not work. Okay. What the hell? Okay, I need to go. Oh wait, no, I got it right here. There we go.
A scotch on the rocks, it slows my thoughts and slows down time. I think I'll be just fine. It's broken by design.
Uh.
Yeah, I'm feeling lost, not found.
Alright, there we go. Now I got some charcoal going. So we're gonna. It's daytime. Time to go slaughter some more cows. If I can find any.
Grow
See
cows.
Mini Me over there
Grow.
beating the crap out of a drown. That drown. I don't like them.
No idea what to do
Yeah,
with these
I am, my
cakes. I'm
turf.
just stacking them on everything.
Sunflowers. Cow!
Cow.
Come here, you bovine beauty. Give me
Not
the
something I was
leather.
expecting to hear from Zealot, but alright.
What?
The bovine beauty.
Bovine beauty. Yeah, sight for sore eye. Actually, if you were correct, sight for
Dylan,
sore eye
You
socket.
son of a bitch.
That's what I'm about to say after my first paycheck here soon.
Man.
I never got the chance to explain how nothing ever quite feels the same.
They always say the
Paid
work is
and have
worth
no
it once
idea
you
what
look
to
at
do.
that paycheck and whatnot. My job,
I have a god tier iron pickaxe too. Literally the same
They're
enchantments.
Murky pigs.
Growing up ain't easy. Too many things to do weekly.
Holy
Thoughts to think deep.
ball.
Too many thoughts to be sleeping. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm not eating.
Either a really powerful creeper blew up here,
Friends are misleading.
or there's a big ass earthworm somewhere.
It's a
Imagine that's
big,
actually a.
giant worm.
It's big, hairy, and pink. So it's Patrick's belly button, but I'm not afraid of that either.
Ew.
Ooh, I'd be afraid of that.
Fuck that, I
Big,
am afraid of
hairy,
that.
It was big and all wiggly.
I have a
and it
chest that's
ate
almost halfway full of cobbled
everything.
deep slate.
That's horrible.
The only issue is I have rethought of what I wanted to do with my house. I want to make a gothic themed mansion.
I found the saddest knocked over tree ever. It's not even a tree that's knocked down straight. It's knocked down in a zigzag. This poor tree.
If a tree sneezes in the forest, does it make a sound?
Only if someone's around to hear it.
Wait a second. Trees don't sneeze.
Oh, it's a baby cow! I thought it was an actual cow.
Kill it.
Wait, how do you confuse a cow?
I saw
baby
the
cow.
big ass head over the horizon.
That's how I insult people.
No, see, to insult people, you need to be very creative.
Have you heard
I'm
when
gonna
I try to
follow this
insult
cow
people?
until it grows up, and then I'm gonna slaughter it. The moment it grows up, I'm gonna slaughter it.
My cousin said one of the funniest ways to he was they're playing Call of Duty and they naturally say like crazy shit in the lobbies and everything. And the first thing I heard was he's like, I'm gonna go get you a spoon so you can eat my ass.
Oh man.
I'm
Forget
just in
the
there.
spoon.
I'd rather go get a straw
Forget.
so you can suck it.
Oh, gotta blend a smoothie in there.
It's not gonna be any just regular straw. It's gonna be one of those.
That's a bendy straw.
Nah, not the bendy straw. It's gonna be one of those loop-de-loop straws.
Crazy straw.
Yep, it's gonna be a crazy straw.
Just in the background,
Sorry,
all we hear from Mini-Me is just. Feel me?
Because it'll take longer for it to come. You're gonna see it
I
coming.
lost that baby cow, and I
Ew.
don't know how. Oh, found me again.
How you lose a baby cow?
Well, I found it. Still waiting for it to grow. How long does it take for this bitch to grow? Wait, what do they follow? I'll take to my house.
Wheat.
They follow like. I don't
Crack.
have wheat. I don't have wheat. Can I wait for you to grow up and then slaughter
Yeah,
you?
crack. I'll follow that.
He's even looking at me dead in the eyes like, I know what you're thinking. And the moment you try, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. I just kind of want to watch it sprout to be an adult before my eyes. Just so I could slaughter it.
Time to whip out the beating stick.
I already have a sword ready. He knows what I'm waiting for. Fireline's not growing,
Zombie.
bastard.
Where you, skeleton?
I'm going back to the house.
two
What
of
to
them.
deal with all these mobs.
Got him.
Waiting for that death message.
Nope. There's no way I'm
In my
dying
house.
right now. I'm about to be in my house now. I'm it. Oh yeah.
You want things done, you gotta do it yourself.
Yo.
Why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up, I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being
Nice thing is that I got a pretty decent bow from that skeleton. It has no enchantments, but it's only partially broken. Or
There's that kill. Oh! Hello, Enderman. How are you doing this fine day? You, walking around?
Yeah.
You having a good day? Oh! 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 Oh, God! Oh! He's after my knees! Oh!
Why did you look at it?
I did! It wasn't a freaking Enderman, it was a freaking baby zombie!
Oh.
He came up out of nowhere, he's after my knees!
I don't know where the baby zombie came from. Thought you were being
I
chased by an
murdered him. He
Enderman.
jumped out of a hole! I'm going towards the cow, all of a sudden he just jumped out of a hole, he's like, I'm coming for your knees, bitch! Oh,
Your knees hand him over.
your knees have him over. He's about to take him too. God. Took 3 hearts off of
Oh,
me.
I'm
Oh.
dead.
No!
That is the wrong death message.
Wait, who are you expecting to die?
I said earlier, I was like waiting for that death message.
Oh, jeez.
Whenever you were
I
out
ain't
in the middle
gonna
of the night.
die anytime soon. I got too much XP.
The
to
fine
die.
thing is that I died out right outside my house.
That's bullshit. Ah. I don't even like that. See, that can happen with me too, because my house is freaking like, I got a dock I have to get into. Freaking drowned to just tear my ass a new one if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's not that bad. Compared to a creeper, it just...
No, creepers are
Boom.
horrible. At least with a drown killing me, and all my stuff is right outside my door and whatnot. You blowing the fuck up. Big crater. It's not fair.
The nice thing is that my house is... Or the wall is made out of deep slate, so only a few blocks broke.
Deadly, how is that, how the
Hmm?
cow repopulation coming along? Dying for more leather over here. The cows ain't dropping much. Only got 4.
Bastard's still waiting to grow.
Okay. I can be patient and wait.
Got plenty of eggs though.
I don't think I need eggs for anything.
I am.
In my opinion, I think creepers blow up too fast.
I think they do. Like once you actually hear and
Medium
understand that
boom.
they're there, you don't have enough time to react. And starting the playlist over. I'm gonna move this sapling and plant it somewhere else because I don't know why it hasn't.
I leveled up from my cows banging.
That's
I
nice.
didn't even know that was a way you could get experience.
They give experience when you do that.
Huh.
You think I'd learn my lesson, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep.
I don't need to make bowls. I've mixed enough bowls.
Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me, yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Cause we ain't getting no sleep, yeah. No, we ain't getting no sleep, yeah.
I heard that.
Tasty. All these bookshelves that I have to create. Fuck. At least if you break a bookshelf, you place it wrong, get all your materials back to remake. It's not entirely a loss. It's kind of annoying though that I have not been able to get the appropriate amount of enchantable.
She wanna stay for a minute. She wanna play for a minute. She wanna slay for a minute. And now I'm all up in it. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Make a track in a minute. And now I'm all up in it. No sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting
I'll do my initial.
Only got 6 freaking bookshelves so far, and I still need like double that, triple that, pretty much. And then there's the actual freaking crafting table, which needs 2 diamonds and obsidian. I haven't even made it to near bedrock yet. I haven't branched out that deep yet.
I'm at bedrock.
I know you're at bedrock. Minime's whole goal is just to...
I haven't made it to bedrock yet.
I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray.
You know, it's kind of funny. I was looking
Nah,
at
I'm good.
Amazon comments to kind of give me like ideals on if certain figures were good or whatnot before I buy them. And a comment I read made me cringe a little bit because someone bought one of these high-end, super fragile and expensive figures for a 5-year-old. It was like, my 5-year-old loves it. And I'm like, that poor figure. No 5-year-old is going to be able to handle one of these figures without ham-handedly breaking it. You have to know
Violence.
how to handle it delicately.
This is something only violence can cure.
And I'm not lying. When I read that post, I was like, I said to myself, man, you know these aren't for kids, right? I thought, you know, American kids are hap-handedly wild childs. Like to break their freaking stuff.
Damn right I do.
Mr. Deadly over here is a prime example of that.
I'm a child.
He's a child at heart. And I'm a child at heart too. Being an adult's no fun. Having to adult all the time, pay bills, do taxes. All I'd have to say for any of the viewers who are still in high school and whatnot, enjoy it while you got it, because being an adult is a real pain in the ass.
Eat it. Eat that horse.
Eat it.
Don't
Eat all of it.
don't spoil them. No spoilers.
Don't spoil. Just look towards the good things about being an adult, kids. Being an adult gives you some pretty cool things in life. First of all, if you ever want to just eat birthday cake just because you just want to, you just go to the store and buy birthday cake. Eat it.
Well, that's if you have the money.
Well, yeah, if you have the money. Gotta have a job. Gotta have a job. Pay them bills. Bills come first. Bills before luxury.
Unless you sell everything you own.
That's
And
crazy.
then you just... there's some people out there that sell everything they own and then they go exploring the world.
I wouldn't do that.
Sounds interesting, but sounds too risky.
Seems like the nomadic lifestyle, and I'm just not gonna do that.
I don't have enough crack.
Yeah, wouldn't say that.
What's crack gotta do with it?
Crack not got to do with it.
Hey, I like to smoke me some of that good stuff every now and again, but that I don't touch. Don't touch any of that.
There's the fun.
Ugh.
You're just saying your brain on overdrive and it's gonna melt.
No, it's good.
Exactly. Melt the senses away.
Don't
Yeah,
eat
don't
'em.
worry about anything because your brain's melting away.
Don't eat them.
Don't
Don't
need
need-
it.
Don't need the brain.
You do it
Brain
really?
the brain has
All
too
it
much
is like-
worries.
Really, all the brain is just like freaking. God, what the hell is the brain composed out of again? Yeah, honestly, if you look at what a brain is made out of, it's like, how the hell does it do what it does? It's made out of like a liquid base and a matter substance. Something. I
It's
don't
made
know.
out
I'm
of
not gonna
brain
try-
matter.
made out of brain matter. Well, I know it's brain matter, but there's other words to describe
Made out of
what's
snot.
made out of. And
Yeah.
it probably slide around on the floor like it. I think if you dropped a brain, it would break.
It'd make more of a squish.
I don't think it would break. I think it would just. There's no.
It's splat.
What was that?
Don't worry about it.
man.
You keep
Got
looking
brain
that way.
ready for transplant? Yeah, I got it right here.
Let me just.
It's just
There we
dusted
go.
off a little bit.
Just
Let me
dust
just
it off. Yeah,
Shucks
give
it out the window.
Give it a good
Nails
There we
some
go.
kid in the forehead.
clean. See, you don't need that brain fluid. You're just taking up a bunch of space in your head.
What do you mean the bed is too far away? It's less than a block away.
On my way.
Oh god, that one.
The Grand Pacer test.
That one caught me off guard. I choked on saliva. Oh.
When taking the Grand Pacer test.
Oh. I'm not ready for that one. Oh. Let go of the gun. Your hand has been removed from your body. Release your grip. Oh,
Nope.
there it goes.
You're not
Flew
taking it
across
from
the
my
room.
you're not
But
taking
it
it
went.
from my cold dead hand.
See, that's the thing about these figures. If you want to like be for sure and not break anything, you gotta
You'll never be
carefully
able to pry it
remove
from
the
my
hand
cold
from the
dead
ball
wrist
peg.
rocket.
put the weapon on it, and then carefully put
Hey,
the
hey,
hand
hey,
back
hey.
in. These figures are they're incredibly fragile, but they look
Watch those wrist rockets.
Watch those wrist rockets. Oh, God.
I don't know where that ever went, and I'm terrified.
Oh,
Where'd he come from? Where'd he go? He come
I
from
don't want to know
Cotton
either.
God dang. I have not played that game ever since, you know.
You stop?
No. Ever since that incident.
What incident?
I mean,
Don't
I'd
worry
rather
about it.
not actually say it over open stream, but I guess I can kind of simplify it a little bit. A certain coworker of mine didn't
Oh
make
yeah,
it back home.
yeah. Now I remember.
Haven't played that game ever since that happened. That was like his favorite game. And it's actually the game that me and him became friends over because we weren't really friends yet. We were talking.
Yeah.
He mentioned Xbox,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "Oh, what kind of games you play?" And one of the first games he mentioned was Battlefront 2, and I'm like, "Bro, hit us up, join us up, let's play." Good times.
Yep.
Good, unforgettable times.
Ow.
Hey, no snickering on that one.
Wasn't snickering. I went and did a weird breathe, growl, whatever fucking thing, and it hurt myself doing it.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Not you and your
Have a Snickers.
I'll have 9 of them.
I mean, I've
You
bought
get
a
one.
full yard Snickers before, and yeah, it's not a full yard. I don't care what they say on their packaging. Pull them all out. It's not a full yard. You'd throw in
Phil's over
like
there with a fucking measuring
10
tape.
more. Oh yeah. Well, I measured it. Freaking thing's like 20, 25, almost $30. Of course I'm gonna freaking make sure I'm getting my money.
Buy them
for it.
individually.
I'm not.
See how much it is then.
You know, that's actually a very interesting experiment. It's like, if a
Really
yard
fucking expensive.
cost almost $30, how much money would a yard's worth of Snickers?
$300 later. What the?
Holy shit. I would lose my shit. I'd be like, are you I would never. There's very few things I've actually spent that much money on. But I would not spend it on Snickers. That's just
I fucking might.
crazy. Who's gonna spend $300 on straight up Snickers?
Who you think?
Someone who really likes Snickers.
Me.
Me. I mean, if you have the money to do that and you want to,
Ow.
then I mean, it's your money. Can't tell you
Ow.
not to.
I would advise against it.
I would heavily advise against it, but it's still your money, and I can't tell you what to do with it. Same as I prefer anyone tell me I don't.
This sounds like he
what
wants
do
me
with
to do
my
it.
money.
No.
No, I just prefer that no one tells me what I do with my money, even if it's good or bad. It's my money. I work for it. I'll do what I want with it. So I give you that same kind of freedom. It's your money. You work for it. You want to do something stupid with it? Fuck it. It's not stupid to you if it's worth spending, isn't it? It's my philosophy on everything when it comes to money. 'Cause I don't have that greedy aspect of I just need more money.
I want
Than anything else, I have
more
a problem
computers.
spending money. More computers.
You have
Alright.
all the computers. You even graft the computers to your body.
That's going a bit far.
Not far enough.
and
Oh yeah, it's not far enough. We
The
gotta
flesh
stretch it
is weak.
further.
in the name of the Omnissiah.
The flesh is spongy
Flesh is
and
weak.
bruised.
Must replace the flesh with something stronger. Something more longer lasting. Mini-me replace the flesh with metal. People, cast aside your fleshy bodies. 'Tis the age of the mechanicists. Cast aside
The
your
flesh is
organic-
spongy and bruised.
Mechanicus heresy.
Not the mechanicists.
It's
The
Mechanicus.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about that either. This is my own thing. The mechanicum. The mechanicalism. The mechanical.
Heresy.
Something that's not heresy. Or is it just genetic?
Hurt him now before he gets too powerful.
Mechanical augmentations are just heresy in general. Son of a.
Nope. Mechanical augmentations are not heresy. The
Well,
only
then-
thing that's heresy is the
Is it
life
because it,
machine without a human soul.
No one said
heresy.
anything about the
What about a
soul
human
being
soul
cast
without a machine?
aside. It is the vessel that is weak. The soul that is strong. But the vessel is weak and must be cast aside for something better.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I was talking about. The soul is important, but the flesh is weak, can be replaced. Soul is forever and pure. I finally got this giant two-handed gripped weapon in my freaking mobile suit's hands. That's what I've been doing for a good minute. Been trying to get this damn mobile suit sized gun into her hand so I can pose her like she's actually firing the damn thing. Sir, you get your dirty mind out of the gutters.
The fuck else am I supposed to put it?
Put it in the sewers. Put it with Pennywise.
Nah. The one guy I know that's in the sewers is the dung eater. The loathsome dung eater.
Let's not ever and say we did. Actually, let's not ever and say we didn't. Yeah, that sounds better.
What?
I feel like the shoulder would not actually look like that. That's one thing about these figures that gives me great joy is like their individual moving parts and like just how they would pose up in reality, and you get to recreate that. All the different little things. I especially like it when you can actually move the mono eye. That's always a nice extra bonus.
This is gonna be one confusing bitch, isn't it?
Yes.
Build this house.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the stream in general, because most people probably aren't gonna know what the hell I'm talking about.
I'm already confused.
Well, I expect you guys to be confused. Y'all don't collect these. Minimi kinda has a general understanding of it, but you, I could probably explain to you what a ball joint was, and you probably wouldn't understand it.
Oh, fucker, they use those in cars.
They use ball joints in cars?
Yeah, how do you think the wheels go up and down?
I always thought that was kind of through the shocks. But then again, I don't know much about vehicles.
Yeah, those are
so
simple
anyone call me a
cars.
dummy for that.
Now we got all these fucking confusing ones.
I always thought they had like shocks and whatnot, where springs and different things. I'm not very
Old
smart when it
cars
comes to
do.
vehicles. This is not something I'm very smart with. You mean to tell me that vehicles have legitimate ball joints? A
Yeah.
full 360-degree pivoting ball that allows them to go any and everywhere.
Kind of. It's in like the wheel area. It keeps it from being all fucking weird. Raking. It lets it move a little bit more freely rather than the chaos.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like what a ball joint could be applied
I'm
for.
gonna let it fall to chaos.
I mean, a ball joint is essentially your one-stop need for all of your articulative desires.
Mother. Wait, place
Now,
them
granted,
up
there
there.
are- What?
Ignore me.
Granted, there are actually
we're not.
limitations to what ball joints can do. Other joints fill in those roles.
Oh. Fuck. What time is it?
It is 3
It's late. Probably should go to sleep.
I don't want to. worry about this whole issue right now.
Yeah.
I'll worry about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Now what you were saying
Just
is there's
Right.
there's a whole
I'm
separate
assuming
issue
the
I gotta deal with.
editing-
No, it's the house is one of the walls is 1 block short.
Uh,
Not even
Oh,
like
no.
not in height, but in just pushed to the side and everything. It's 1 block shorter than the entire other side of the house.
See, I hate that.
I don't want to deal with it right now.
We'll deal with it later.
Yeah. We'll fix that later.
Have a good night.
Yep.
Floating through the clouds, a light emerges from the